We have a new challenger inside of the Grand Arena, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids, and today we're gonna show how truly powerful Darth Malgus is in 5v5 in Grand Arena. As you guys know, I was gone for a little bit on the first week of 5v5 Grand Arena this season. Went to the Scarif Beach Party, and I just want to make sure I keep you guys up to date on the big plays you missed from the King at Triple B, while also discussing my first-hand impressions of Darth Malgus in 5v5. Our first 5v5 season of Darth Malgus, and kind of like I expected, he's a menace. You almost need a galactic legend to counter Darth Malgus. You can kind of look at him as the unofficial galactic legend of Galaxy of Heroes. So far, the non-galactic legends counters seem to only pertain to General Anakin Skywalker and maybe Jedi Knight Luke, but even those are not showing the best result. Well, let's put these numbers into words and show you the big plays this past week of the King of Triple B's Grand Arena. Round number 1, the King of Triple B, God's gift of mobile gaming, went up against Sean 2.0. Sean 2.0 putting up a respectable score of 1742, but they did drop the battle up against the notorious Commander Luke Skywalker. That Datacon is quite a menace on CLS this season. First massive play, we had to stare Rey and her horrible heir to the Jedi Datacon right in the eye, bringing in Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and we made quick work of making sure we dismantle as many allies as possible, because once there are no more allies with Rey, her level 9 Datacon is basically busted. And a little pro tip, if you're gonna try out this match, if Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is faster, likely Rey's not gonna do her lifeblood and give off the extra bonus protection and critical damage immunity, and she'll instead throw a sudden whirlwind, leaving you an easier opportunity to take away those allies as fast as possible. Get your trash Datacon out of here, Rey. Next battle, my very first experience going up against Darth Malgus in 5v5. We had Darth Malgus in 3v3, but you're not really gonna see the full picture of Darth Malgus until we got the 5v5. And my goodness, only a Relic 7 Darth Malgus here. And my General Anakin Skywalker, my initial hunch, since he was all right against Darth Malgus in Squad Arena, barely pulled out a win in here. And keep in mind, this Darth Malgus, not even having a Relic 9, not even the right Datacon, was still able to put a really hard press on my gas team. Be very careful if you're going to use General Anakin Skywalker against Darth Malgus, especially if Darth Malgus has the constant cooldown resets on his level 9 Datacron. You probably want to avoid General Anakin Skywalker. Taking advantage of Jedi Knight Luke and some leftover Jedi, we're using Jedi Knight Luke lead as well as his level 9 Datacron, giving him absurd amounts of turns up against General Anakin Skywalker. With that 25% turn meter Datacron, we're able to get the ball rolling, reduce the speed of the opposing team, and get him in immediate lockdown. Lost a few folks here and there. General Anakin Skywalker has a grudge up against Mace Windu, but at the end, Luke Skywalker came up on top. The next important battle you want to know is taking a look at the nasty Jedi Master Luke Datacron. Horrible in 3v3, even worse in 5v5. Way too much turn meter, way too many turns, fast ultimate charge, tons of damage and ability blocks. Sith Eternal, even with the help of Wat Tambor and whatever I had left over. It was a rough battle. It looked like it wasn't going to be good, but Gucci man, Gucci's forever. Pain is only temporary, my friend. They ended up pulling out a nice win. Lord Vader up against Starkiller, which I was hoping would be an easy battle, but Starkiller almost took out quite a few characters, but luckily we bounced back and we're able to make sure we got through that sucker. Taking a look at ships, holy cow, our ship game was on point, hence why one of my many titles is called the Grand Admiral. And of course, with a directed video game division, I'll stop you there. People like to sometimes switch up the traditional Executor team and go for a triple attacker, which consists of Razor Crest IG-88 as well as Xanadu Blood, hoping that your first order counter is gonna get messed up. But the problem is, you open yourself up for a massive rebel counter, max banners. I could have probably even gotten more with underdogging the team. 73 perfect banners up against the Executor. If you are going to place this variant of Executor, check your opponent's rebels. If they have a good rebel team, you probably don't want to put this down because this is too easy to beat. And the winner of round 1 was the King of Triple B with a 1788 score, no drop battles, and the efficiency was pretty high, giving us a comfortable 46 banner win over Sean 2.0. Round 2, going up against Mick Tucker! We had to put the first plays on the board here, and boy was the first play beautiful. They had the level 9 Sith Eternal Datacron, the Datacron I cannot get for the life of me, where he's able to get tons of ultimate charge for each Sith ally, but that was no match for the beloved Wampa! Without the ability to link, Synthatiger has a really hard time charging up that ultimate, which was something working in Wampa's favor, and the high tenacity made it nearly impossible for stuns. However, check this out. Synthatiger was actually able to hit ultimate after a while of playing ball with Wampa, and Wampa taking turns while deceived. But even when at full ultimate charge, Palpatine didn't have the guts to put down the Wampa, and Wampa came out victorious over a level 9 Sith Eternal Datacron for 68 banners. And here's a story of why you want to have the right raid Datacron, because without the right raid Datacron, the extra air to the Jedi damage, you can just bring in your traditional Sith Eternal counter and more or less you're going to get the same result. My second attempt at Darth Malgus in 5v5 Grand Arena, I decided because I wasn't too sure about General Anakin Skywalker, especially with this Darth Malgus at Relic 9 with the level 9 Datacon for the constant cooldown and decreases. Malgus is constantly using his Dark Decepticon, his insta-kill ability practically over and over and over again, and I don't think that's going to bode well for General Anakin Skywalker. Trying out Jedi Knight Revan of Jedi Knight Luke, level 9 Datacron on Luke. It went pretty well for a first time here, going after Bastila Shan as fast as possible, able to take out as much as possible. Unfortunately, Darth Malgus was a bit annoying to take out at the very end. This counter is a little bit risky, and initial data is suggesting this is only about 26% viable. The question is, how did I clean up Darth Malgus? I didn't want to spend too much time on him because the problem is he's immune to healing immunity, which makes it very difficult because he heals up after all the debuffs you're applying on him. So if you're going to clean him up, you need an insta-kill or a team with heavy damage and not a lot of debuffs, and this was an expensive cleanup. We brought in Phasma with the First Order TIE Pod Omicron, able to get a max banner cleanup, it looks like. Lord Vader, this is his worst season of all time in Galaxy of Heroes. The Datacrons are helping a lot more teams beat him, and he's having a hard time going up against these Galactic Legends Datacrons without him having one. And the Lord Vader versus Jedi Master Luke matches are disgusting if you don't have Wat Tambor. I was worried we weren't going to make it out alive. Luckily, the cooldown reduction Datacron and health steal on it was able to help him keep up with Master Luke for the most part and get that win towards the end. But man, a lot of great characters. Conquest character destroyed by Master Luke's nasty Datacon. And a beautiful matchup, Aura Singh versus Starkiller, with the level 3 Datacron from Season 2 getting that extra 25% turn to light side allies Grief Karga and Mando. We're able to get a nice boost of turn meter, pretty much getting a super clean max banner win up against Starkiller in a really quick contract. Imperial Troopers versus Mother Talzin Datacron. We have a Mother Talzin Datacron here, and I wasn't really impressed with the Datacron on defense. I think Night Sisters, if you do have some Datacrons for Night Sisters, it's going to be more of a benefit for offense. And again, one more battle I need to showcase. Another Akbar versus Executor in the second round. And again, maximum banners up against the triple attacker lineup. So if you aren't convinced, you probably should be now that you probably don't want to do triple attackers anymore unless your opponent has really bad rebels. We put up a score of 1782. Another fantastic round. Even with the drop battle, 1782, quite efficient this round. The question is, was McTucker able to top that? And it looks like they threw in the towel fairly quickly. Darth Malgus was holding up against General Anakin Skywalker, and I suspect it's the constant cooldown reductions, constantly insta-killing everyone on the other side. And that is a very difficult Darth Malgus to clean up with Darth Revan sticking around. And unfortunately, Lord Vader did not have the power to take out Jedi Master Kenobi. And at that point, it was sure as heck out of the question for McTucker. Another win for the king of Triple B. Final round, we have Yama. We started off first using our SWGoH versus Rey. Again, similar to the earlier Grand Arena, nice easy win. Qui-Gon Jinn doing amazing things up against Dash Rendar. They nuked Qui-Gon. Anakin says, well, hello there, and knocked them all down and took his seat as the rightful master of the council. Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, level 9 Datacron. My first time experiencing it on defense, and it had Jedi Knight Revan, which means when you try to take out a Jedi, if it's not Jedi Knight Revan, he's gonna save them, give them a bonus turn, and likely get the combo going for Jedi Knight Luke's lead, and that's exactly what we saw. I wanted to see if I could beat this without a Galactic Legend, and it was very difficult. Starting off with Imperial Troopers Wat Tambor trying to outrun the 25% Terminator Jedi Knight Luke, which we did succeed. We tried gunning down Jedi Revan as fast as possible, but Mace Windu says, nuh-uh, come after me, boy. And we were so close to taking out Mace Windu, even after he got saved by Revan, but we missed out on an extra assist that we would love to have. Jedi Knight Revan saved Mace Windu. Mace Windu got the combo rolling. It was all downhill from there. Following up, we thought, all right, maybe Traya can handle the heat. And it looked like it was going to be good at the very start. We got Mace Windu out. We did some good damage. However, Traya eventually got knocked out, and we had no way of getting rid of the stuns and the blinds. And it was just a perpetual loop of Nihilus getting marked down by Revan and destroyed by the rest of the team, timing out. General Grievous coming in for the cleanup here. Did a pretty good job taking out a majority of the team. However, Jedi Knight Luke just took way too many turns. Grievous couldn't solo him. Another dropped battle. Taking a break from Jedi Knight Luke, we're moving over to General Anakin Skywalker using our own Jedi Knight Luke. Very similar composition. It started off fairly well. However, a massive problem happened. We tried to get our bonus turn before General Anakin Skywalker got up. However, General Anakin Skywalker's bonus turn took precedence over Jedi Knight Luke. And once gas started increasing our cooldowns, we could not control them. Lost battle. We got to clean up a gas now. We're having trouble with the Skywalkers. Always seem to be causing problems in the galaxy. General Anakin Skywalker, fairly easy cleanup, bringing in Dooku and some leftover separatists. Knocked it out pretty easily. Jedi Knight Luke, however, we threw in Phasma, hoping it would be a similar cleanup to how it was for Darth Malgus previous round. Big no-go. Jedi Knight Luke got the stun. It was a problem. So we decided it's time to bring in some Imperial firepower. Get the fracture on Jedi Knight Luke with Thrawn. And we're able to control him from there on out. And the good news is with Thrawn, when we got stunned, we got turn meter because it was a debuff trying to keep up with the crazy amount of Jedi Knight Luke turns. Another complication in paradise for Lord Vader up against Jedi Master Luke Skywalker Datacron. Again, barely pulling out another one, losing all my friends so quickly. The cooldown reduction, health steal Datacron gave Lord Vader just enough to make sure he got out of those battles. If you have Wat Tambor to spare, it makes these battles a little bit easier for Lord Vader versus Jedi Master Luke. My third encounter with Darth Malgus, I decided to try out some bounty hunters. Again, trying to find some off-meta ways to take him on. However, kind of ran into some trouble. Even without Darth Talon on the other team, I ran into complications with being able to time out Mando's Disintegrate. Could be because the 25% turn meter Datacron made him a little too fast. Needless to say, wasn't entirely pretty. I'm gonna need another shot at this. So I had to bring in Sith Eternal to help me out. And it got a little rough. Sith Eternal with a lot of mishmash dark side tanks, able to link up Malgus and get him out pretty quickly. This is definitely not my favorite way of using a Galactic Legend to take out Darth Malgus. I much prefer Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. But this is what we had to do since we couldn't use Sith Eternal on the raid. We're running short on teams at this point, and it's looking like a full clear might not even happen. And out of all the teams, we got stuck behind Mon Mothma. So much turn meter, perpetual turn meter loops, repost, Wampa didn't work, Jawas didn't work, Beskar Mando didn't work. Out of all the teams, I was not expecting Night Sisters were able to keep up with the turn meter, control them, and get us through that Mon Mothma team. We didn't have a lot of teams left over, so we had to dig into the Mandalorians without Maul, and even with maximum stacks of Beskar across the field, Ness did not care, getting timed out behind Ness, but luckily it was a fairly easy cleanup for Geonosians to clean up that pesky Ness, the character that's probably too good for her own good. This I was also surprised to see. I was out of teams. I had nothing really left over, and we still had a shorty droid team to take over, and I was quite surprised that Bastila Shan with some leftover Jedi were able to stand up pretty strong. With that bonus protection, there wasn't a huge damage dealer on the team. The high tenacity made it possible for Ezra and Bastila Shan to carry the heavy lifting to get through that. Disgusting score of 1638, but how was Yama able to respond to the situation? Maul versus Jedi Master Luke. They got Master Luke up, but they couldn't finish the rest. Grand Inquisitor surprisingly lost the battle up against Dash Rendar. Lord Vader barely eking out a win up against my Star Killer, and a couple of drop battles on ships. Needless to say, a disgusting match for the both of us here. However, Yama came up on top with the 1708, leaving me crying on the beach with the Jawa juice in my hand. And I want to add just one more clip here. You probably already saw this during my live stream the other day from coming back on vacation, but I like this the most so far. If I have to throw a Galactic Legend at Malgus, which seems to be the case right now, I really like using Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, Night Sister Zombie, and Daka, as I was able to get some really good underdog banners, didn't lose anyone, and with the Perpetual Zombie taunt, we're able to keep all the heat on Night Sister Zombie from Darth Malgus. Otherwise, I've seen people lose with Supreme Leader Kylo Ren normal first order up against Darth Malgus. And ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droids, that's gonna wrap up our first week of 5v5 with Darth Malgus in the ring. And what I'm hoping is at this point, there was a lot of concern about whether Darth Malgus was worth it or not. I had a feeling he was gonna be good. I said, guys, you gotta wait till we're in 5v5 Grand Arena. And lo and behold, This guy is the big deal. In Galaxy is actually one of my favorite conquest units. I feel like one of the more impactful conquest units, lifting up the Sith Empire into a very dominant, almost galactic legend status team in Galaxy of Heroes. And hopefully you're feeling that power too. I hope you enjoyed your stay here in the Grand Arena Coliseum. Leave that like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And as always, remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.